Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 896. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Louie?
Hey.
Okay, Connor?
Yeah. The return of Dr. Mysterio was an interesting and fun Christmas special. I actually really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. The Doctor was extremely funny. The very beginning, when he's hanging by the rope, upside down, swinging on the window, was funny. And then when he fell through and he was pretending to be Santa for some bizarre reason, the Grant, the kid, and when he's grown up as well, was funny because he was a nanny and a superhero, and that's a bit peculiar. He was. I enjoyed his character. I enjoyed the superhero. I don't usually like superhero stuff, but he wasn't really superhero. We just saw him fly. You know, we didn't see him we did briefly see him use super strength when he threw the Miss Dr. Sim against the wall when he's saving the Doctor, Lucy, and Nardo from being shot. But he wasn't really in-your-face superhero. It was just like a normal nanny that turns into a superhero and goes and saves people. The love story between Lucy and Grant was funny because I didn't know that Grant was going to be her baby's nanny. From what I'd heard. So to see that sort of side of the story where he's there and he's the superhero that she's fallen in love with, but she doesn't know who it is really, is quite interesting. And also the bits where he's like sitting seeing the Doctor in like an American school is a bit weird. It's a bit of a culture shock because he was obviously sat with pretending to be, well, not pretending. He was a stand-in algebra teacher, and Grant couldn't look at anyone because of his X-ray vision. That was quite amusing. It was just a very funny sort of 60s, 70s superhero adventure. And I think I saw some of the pictures of the set for New York, and you could see it looked exactly like a picture stuck to a board in front of like a made-up balcony or whatever. But in the actual show itself, it looked really sort of realistic, like it was actually New York. Like the very first shot of Joe's Pizza, which I thought was using as an inside joke.
Same.
And you know the New York like buildings and stuff. That was, and then when they're on top of the Empire State Building as well, it all looked really realistic, as if it was actually New York. The bits about River, where it was more directly linked to Husbands, where he was a bit mopey about losing River, because it was 24 years or something that he was on delirium for.
Yes, and, straight.
Yeah, and he was sort of like, whoa, I've been away for 24 years. You know, it sort of, you could see that there's sort of like more character development for his Doctor. Nardole was actually probably one of the more surprisingly interesting parts about it, because at the end where he was talking about River and when he was being quite intelligent in the spaceship /bomb, you know, he was talking like an interesting companion. He wasn't being Clara, where he was like, oh, right, he knows what to do. You know, Doctor, step aside, I'll save the day all the time. But he was like there in the background giving hints, but being really childlike and, you know, sort of almost irritating, but it was a funny sort of irritating.
Like when he was panicking, that really made me laugh. Like that was different from someone like Clara. Like he was actually scared, and the Doctor had to reassure him, like, "Oh, these are triple deadlocks. You've got 10 minutes. Don't worry."
Yeah, exactly. And it was just really good humor, a really funny, sort of heartwarming story, and some good one-off characters, I think. Really, I'm gonna have to rewatch it because an episode doesn't really stick in my mind to get real, like, proper thoughts until I watch it once or twice more. So I'll have to watch it again.
Are you
But
glad that this group of aliens appeared in Husbands of River Song, and now they appeared in this episode?
I won't really. They didn't feel like a. It almost felt like they weren't in it because they just weren't there. You know, the only thing that really left an impression was when the unit soldier turned into one of them.
Right.
That was the only thing that really thought, oh well, this is an interesting threat because now are they going to pick up on that or not? You know, it's
Yeah.
It was just.
Did you like the thing about the Manhattan distortions in time and him trying to fix it from Angels Take Manhattan?
I sort of zoned out about that bit because I don't really care about the Angels Take Manhattan storyline. He can't visit there anymore, sort of thing. I didn't care about it when Angels of Manhattan aired. I don't care
Right.
now. It just sort of
It's so stupid.
it seems a bit irrelevant to me. But
So you don't find it important, like he was trying to fix it so he can travel to all parts of New York City throughout time?
no, not really.
I'm kind
You
of
don't think
getting
he's
sick
gonna-
of New York.
I am getting
Well-
sick of New York, but that storyline itself about
That's not meant as a dig, by the way. I'm just saying, like,
I know.
all of space and time, like all of America. Why is it always
yeah,
New
and choose
York?
New York. Yeah.
Well, Daleks take Manhattan, Angels take Manhattan. I mean, even in the Day of the Moon, right? River was in New York with Canton Delaware the third.
Yeah.
Like and Amy and Rory got zapped back in time, and she regenerated in New York.
Yeah, it's just
So
too
New
much.
York is a special. There's something special about New York with Doctor Who, with River, Amy, and Rory.
Well, no, I just think they like
Constantly.
using it because it's like one of the most famous places in America.
Yeah,
It's well known.
but I honestly think they're going to revisit the Amy and Rory and thing. I think that's why he's trying to fix the problem.
I
So he can
disagree.
bring it home. Well, never know. Now,
One thing about the Christmas special, one thing I didn't understand is what was the point in Mr. Huffle, that toy? What
I was saying that.
Symbolize?
Apparently, it's supposed to symbolize Bill. Because
why is that? What?
if you go on Doctor Who TV, they've got a big paragraph about it. But to summarize, they're basically saying it's supposed to represent his time with River, like it's ended, the torture, it's sad, and then like at the end she gives him the toy, and it's on the TARDIS, and it's supposed to like apparently there's a resemblance between Mr. Huffle and Bill, which I don't see personally.
Well, that's a bit.
I
I'd call that
that's a stretch.
If I was
That's a
said to
stretch.
look anything like that, I'd be offended by
Yeah,
that.
I thought that when I read that on Doctor Who TV.
I think it's just a reminder.
Apparently, it's supposed to be like
I
it's
think
a fresh start. Get a new companion. Blah 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 blah.
I think it's a reminder. Like basically, like so he needs
It's
to
like she
carry on,
she squeezes it.
not lie too much.
She squeezes it and then says, "Mr. Huffle feels pain." Well, okay. Why does he feel pain? Why is that significant?
It's basically to stop him from lying.
It did seem really out of place.
He lies too much.
Yeah, but
Well, he lies
has
too
to
much. So
lie.
she's like, if you lie, I'm going to squeeze it and make it sound annoying. So maybe it's a thing to say, hey, maybe you don't need to lie so much. No.
But he as the Doctor, he's always lied. Why?
Yeah,
not?
Well, according to Moffat, he's
I
always
don't
lied.
think
According to any
it's
other
that.
doctor.
I think
under
there's
else.
something else to it, but it just didn't. It wasn't very clear. The way it was shot, it was like there was obviously they were trying to. There's an underlying meaning, but I just couldn't work it out.
It was
And
just.
I've said it 3 times, and I still don't get it.
Connor, what's the reason why Nard was traveling in TARDIS by himself?
Well, he only travelled in the TARDIS that once because the Doctor called for the TARDIS.
That we know of.
Well, it's sort of like it's the cliche that when you control the TARDIS, it controls itself. It goes wherever it wants. It doesn't really. It's a bit unpredictable. Like you could want it to go to 2020 London, and it'd go to the Middle Ages, or World War II New York or something. It's unpredictable. So he was saying that he was stopping off at all these places because I took that as it's the TARDIS being unpredictable. You know, it's sort of like the Doctor often goes in the TARDIS. You never really notice this, but most of his travels are he travels and he just lands anywhere, and then usually he's in the middle of an alien threat sort of thing.
It's
That's
like they're
how-
saying the Doctor's wife, it takes him where the drama is.
Yeah, sort of drags
Well,
him.
not all the time though. Sometimes he goes.
Well,
where
no,
he has to
obviously,
go.
but most
Yeah.
of the time.
Anything about mentioning Osgood's name rather than Kate's name?
That felt like, oh yeah, well let's just put a name in there that we everyone
Are familiar with?
they'll be like, oh yeah, whoa, a reference to a character that has been in the last 3 series and is now a Zygon. Whoa, you know, it's like
Well, she's not a Zygon.
she's a Zygon and a
She's
human.
not. Well, she's technically human, and then the other one's a Zygon because I don't think the real Osgood died.
She did, though.
I think that's why Missy said that she smelled because the Zygons smell. So I think that's why. I think the Zygon Osgood died.
Well, there was 2 in
Because the real Osgood wears the doctor's scarf because the curator gave her the scarf.
I think the real one did die. I think they're both Zygon.
And that one didn't have the scarf, by the way, so that's why it was a Zygon. That's what I thought what's her name was talking about when she said you'll be able to tell the real Osgood because the real Osgood always wears the scarf.
She said it was because the way
anyway.
she touches her chin a couple more times when she's a Zygon.
I thought it was the scarf thing. But anyway, who knows? Who knows if she comes back or not? I do hear a unit is coming back, though, for an episode, right?
They won't come back. No, they won't come back in series 10. I doubt it.
I think they will for the finale, maybe. But like we can't. From what they've filmed so far, they haven't.
We haven't.
Missy's only in one episode so far.
It seems so. We didn't get any footage of her episode.
You can't do
right, and it's like 6 more episodes left after.
Oh, we got
episode.
one bit from either her episode or the one after where
it was episode 6 apparently with the
where the
priest.
Doctor was sat in the TARDIS and you could see all the priests on around the TARDIS console.
The thing with that is that what I don't get is surely
Who dies though?
if they can get that footage from episode 6, which has apparently got Missy in it, surely they could have got a clip of Missy for the trailer because that would have got people really hyped.
They should have shown her at least once.
Even if it's just like a 10-second clip.
But we'll get another trailer in like late February, early March anyway. So
because that was just a teaser anyway.
Yeah, so she'll be in that probably as much as the Doctor and Bill are.
Because
they're going to be finished filming in March.
They'll be finishing up in March, but we'll get a trailer around that time.
And it'll be the whole entire season trailer.
Yeah, they always do it like a month and a week before this series starts. So it'll be about early March, late February time.
I'm really.
Now, Louie, you heard that the scripts are coming in for Series 11. You heard?
They've got the writers' room set up. They haven't started. I doubt they've started writing anything.
Well, Peter Harness has been asked.
The only thing is the Christmas special for next year. That'll be the next thing filmed after this finished wraps.
Yeah, that's Moffat.
Moffat's final. Yeah,
but they're working on Series 11. Not maybe writing scripts, but they're discussing it because they've asked Peter Harness back. He said at a convention.
Okay. So you guys of Series 10 trailer. I mean, teaser. Do you like it, Connor? Or?
He's on mute, but.
Oh, okay.
I've got.
What about that person that was screaming in the trailer?
Who? The girl.
The girl screaming. Yeah.
That's the girl who's apparently got infected by the flood monster from. She's in episode 1. Her name's Heather, and she's apparently Bill's girlfriend.
Connor, you back?
Connor? Sorry, what did you ask?
What's Series 10 trailer? What do you think of Series 10 trailer?
Yeah, it looked. It did look really good, actually. It looked different. The bit where I know people are getting pissed because she's asking questions, Like,
But that's what she's supposed to do. She's a new companion.
supposed to fucking do that. Watch Doctor Who, you dickheads. You know, it's like.
I would rather her be asking questions than making the Doctor look really stupid, like Clara did.
Like when they say this is the TARDIS as something, it's bigger on the inside, and then she says kitchen. You know, she compares it to a kitchen. I mean,
She says, "Oh, it looks like a kitchen."
It's totally fucking bonkers, but it's good because it's different from what Clara would be like. Oh, this is an interdimensional blah blah blah. I know everything just by accident, you know.
And when she asks where the toilet is, that's like what normal people would do.
Yeah, like Clara would probably explain every corner of why the TARDIS is like that, but Bill would be like,
and she probably made it. It'd be like, "Oh, Clara, I went back in time and I made the TARDIS for you, Doctor. Now run, you clever."
Yeah, so much stupid like that. So seeing Bill asking questions in that annoying way, can I go to the toilet? It's funny and it's different, and she may be the best companion of New Who yet.
It's actually, like there's a bit where she says, "How far away from Earth are we?" That's what I would say if I was traveling. I would want to know that. That's something that I think most people would say.
The villains looked interesting. Even the
Sorry, you broke up a bit there.
Yeah, it's like bashing the keyboard furiously.
Yeah.
Yeah. The emoji monsters.
They're like from
Joe hates them.
It looks like the girl who waited things, but a different robot head on it.
No, but
that's what I did.
at least they don't look stupid. They look passable as villains, but like, you know,
they look sinister. They look quite sinister.
The episode that impressed me the most that I've seen so far. Well, we only really saw loads of episode 3
and 5 about.
What's the Louie saying that the water, from Waters of Mars, the lady with the water screaming, that's what that is? Is that it, Connor?
That's definitely episode 1. Whether it's Waters of Mars and the flood, I have no idea. But they did go to another planet because you see it in the trailer with the water shooting up. But whether that's Mars or not, I don't know.
So this teaser is made up of how many episodes?
The first 1, 2, 3.
It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9.
5, 6, and there's like one shot of 9. There isn't an awful lot of 9.
And her catchphrase is "get in." Is that what it is?
No.
Get in. Yeah, that's
I
what
don't think so.
Oh well, no, you say that when it's like you're happy or that something's happened that's excited you. You go like "get in." It's probably more of a British thing than it is American.
Oh, but that's a catchphrase for her, though, right? She's going to constantly say that?
No, we don't know that.
No, she'll say like awesome or cool or whoa. But "get in" is sort of like for British people, is in the same league as whoa, awesome, cool, sick.
Okay.
It's like when something good happens, like you're, "Oh, get in." That's great.
Yeah, it's not really a catchphrase sort of thing.
Oh, okay. And you don't get the impression that somebody dies in that episode with the priest and all that stuff. That's not like a sad thing that they're touching his shoulder and he's like, "It's like all right" and stuff. No.
That might be. I didn't look at it that way. That's interesting. If that's
he had his glasses on like he's crying, and they're like touching his shoulder, like it's gonna be all right.
And he said that line, "I'm going to save your lives, and you'll still wonder who I am," or whatever it was, in a really sort of weird way. Like it was really sad, or it was really being quite sinister. I don't know what that was about.
That's episode 5.
You're gonna spend the rest of your life figuring out who I am.
Yeah, he sounded.
Like I could save your life.
He almost went a bit Italian, I think, like foreign. His accent when he said that,
that was a cool new spacesuit he had on.
Yeah, there's people are getting confused. The one where he's got the big
Hold on, we got too much nonsense noise going on in the background. Yeah.
When he's got like the big
that wasn't me because I haven't even typed anything.
The really huge sort of thing where I can't describe it. It's got like, it looks like speakers on his. I'll get a screenshot because
Okay.
people are getting confused by the two. There's two outfits from two different episodes, and people are confusing which is which. So, series 10 teasers. Christ.
The big golden ones from episode 2 and 3, sorry, and then the ones where Nardo, the blue guy, that's from episode 5.
Right. Here we go. So. Yeah, here we go. This one is from here we go.
You got it?
Yeah, I've got it. These pictures, all these pictures here are from episode 3. This one here is from episode 3. This is a diving suit because he goes under. You see it in the trailer. He goes under the frozen river, water, and he wears a helmet in the trailer. You can see him wearing a helmet.
Right.
So like this one here is sort of from episode 3, and then there's one from episode 5 somewhere that I saw. The other one, the one that Bill's wearing, where you know when she sees the blue guy.
That's episode 5.
Yeah, that's episode 5. The one that she's wearing, it looks like a spacesuit.
I don't get why they're saying the Dalek is in episode 5. That's apparently episode 1.
Yeah, that's episode 1 will probably be an hour and 10 minutes long.
That's good. That's
and
good.
The last 5 or 10 minutes will be them landing in a Dalek Mavellan war because the Mavellans are back.
I think that's going to be like at the beginning of the episode, though.
She don't travel in the TARDIS till the end, though, apparently.
I don't know. It seemed really out of place for it to be like the last 10 minutes.
And for anyone that can't remember who the Mavellans are, they're from Destiny of the Daleks, and they
look like Rick James.
They look like what?
With the Rick James, like the dreadlocks.
Yeah. Then they have the pink pyramid sort of gun things.
They're really weird.
Yeah, they look really weird. They look very 70s sort of thing. So for some reason they're back. Yeah, that was trying to think of other interesting things.
Where have they been for all this time?
Who?
I mean, they just haven't been on camera at war with the Daleks for. And now all of a sudden they are. I mean, is this the past? Or, I mean, what are they? Was he being that he visited Javros when he was a child? Is he now going back, like by accident, to the beginning of the Daleks?
They could have done.
It looks like a mistake. He's like, oh, we're in a war. We don't know what war. Like it's not as bad as it seems, kind of thing.
One thing that put me off about the trailer is that there's a name for it. That scream.
Oh, the Wilm scream.
Yeah, where they use it in like every movie ever.
I hate that.
That's
like when they use the Star Wars sound.
Yeah, they use it in Star Wars, don't they? It took me out.
It's in everything.
Yeah. And the wood creatures that was like peering over the door or the stair banister is from episode 4, and that's the one that's in the angel house, the Weeping Angels.
I think that is the.
But no angels though.
No Weeping Angels.
I think that is the woodland.
Are they a result of the talking about?
What's that, Louie?
I said I think you said there was a rumor there was wood lice, giant wood lice. I think that is the giant wood lice creature. I think they're like human wood lice creatures.
Yeah, either that or I was thinking because if they're under the floorboards, and we're talking about floorboards creaking. What if they're like morphed floorboards? Because if it's a haunted house, you can have morphing floorboards that morph into dangerous creatures and stuff. It'd be really weird.
That would be quite weird, but cool.
But it'd be good, yeah. So I was thinking it might be that. It's sort of really strange.
It looks really good, to be fair. This series, it looks something. It reminds me of Series 4.
We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 alien worlds in one trailer.
Which is very promising.
Oh yeah,
4, I think. Yeah, 4.
that is very good.
Which is more than they've probably visited in one series in nearly 10 years. So
That's pretty cool.
I think this is going to be more of an alien world series.
From that one
Well, no,
shot
didn't
episode-
in A Good Man Goes to War, they visited multiple worlds. The worlds that Strax was on, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't really count as like an
An
actual.
asteroid, Tim's Run, and
I'm talking more episode-based ones, whether they're on it for the whole episode. Like, you never get that anymore.
I
Whether
think Series 4 was a lot of time that was done. Like, quite big league.
it's like episode
Yeah.
1, episode 3, episode 4
Two.
are based on Earth,
Oh, I thought you were talking about space.
and 2, 5, 9 is based on Earth as well. 2 and 5 so far are based on
Okay.
another planet. Parts of episode 1 are based on that where the Daleks are. So
And
that's
they were 6 and 7. They were filming in Tenerife, so that's probably hinting at
Yeah.
another alien planet.
yeah, so quite a bit.
all right.
But I was going to say, from the one shot of episode 9 you see, Bill is going one way and the Doctor and Nardo are heading the other way. So it looks like they've had a row or something.
I didn't even see that. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, but yeah, it was on for a millisecond. It was,
Yeah, if you go back
the TARDIS was on like a countryside hill.
on the moors.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it was in Scotland because that's 2nd century Aberdeen, and they're going.
What are they filming? What are they filming this week or next week? When do they go back to filming?
Well, when
January?
we go back to it'll be finishing off 6 and 7, and then they'll be going on to 8 and 10, then 11 and 12.
10 is Gatiss,
Well-
right?
It's probably going to be Gatiss or Peter Harness.
Well, according to Doctor Who magazine, they finished filming 6 and 7, and they're
Oh.
going. Because in Doctor Who magazine they said that block's finished now, and then it'd be 10 and 8 going up into the new year.
And then it's 11 and 12. And then
10's episode 10 is supposed to be Peter Harness.
Yeah,
so basically
and then-
about 5 episodes, like counting the Christmas special. And then
Toby
off.
Whithouse is episode 8. So
Okay.
Gatiss is probably 7 or 6.
I thought it was 10.
either episode 8 or 10 will be Cybermen, because if you remember, I showed you that Instagram post,
Yeah.
and that's the director of episode 8 and 10. And now that we've heard Peter Capaldi talking about Cybermen in that radio interview being different,
Yeah.
it's
I
sort
hope
of-
it's Whithouse, actually. I
It
reckon
could
Whithouse
be.
would do it justice.
I think Harness would do it well as well, to be honest.
I like Harness, but I kind of want Toby to have a go.
So no Ice Warriors, but the new Cybermen or old Cybermen. Is that what we're getting?
We might get Ice Warriors.
You never really know.
I said. Okay.
If they're bringing about them,
And nothing about the finale, right?
nothing about the what, sorry.
Nothing about the finale, Weeping Angels, Clara, nothing, right?
You won't know anything about the finale until like a month
Yeah.
after that, because they always keep it, like dead secret.
I think we might get the return of the Harmony show.
Oh God.
I think that'd be an interesting finale, though. Like, they
That's
take
not
over
really
the unit.
appealing. No, that's not really appealing.
They just
For a
seem like
finale.
throwaway villains. I don't know why that unit media turned into
I
one.
think
Yeah, they're not
definitely-
big enough to be finale. They're not big enough. To
I
be
reckon
finale.
they could be. I reckon they'll either be finale or next Christmas special.
The Doctor.
I mean, are we going to get the Minister of War in this season or no?
No,
Well, that could lead into the Minister of War if they were going to do it for the finale, because
No,
they
but-
take over leaders, and the Minister of War could be a certain leader they take over inside unit.
Toby.
Maybe they don't take over. Maybe Mr. War is a villain.
Toby
That's what I
Whithouse
mean.
said. Toby Whithouse said that they're not doing it this series, but he might pick up on it next series or the series after.
But you never know. Moffat
What's that?
could pick up on it.
What, the Minister of War?
Yeah, because it was Toby Whithouse that wrote it. So
Oh, it's his idea. Okay.
yeah,
And it doesn't necessarily have to be Capaldi's Doctor as well.
Well, Capaldi faces against the Minister of War, right? That's what the
No,
whole thing was.
They never said the 12th Doctor, because they said Harold Saxon. Like, they mentioned other stuff that happened with different Doctors, so it could be the 13th Doctor for all we know.
Yeah, but I don't think Capaldi's leaving anytime soon. So
No, that's nothing to do with him leaving. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be picked
Yeah.
up just yet. It could be done in like 10 years.
all right, guys. Thanks a lot for this episode. We'll see you later. Take care. Bye for now.